Here's your powerful opinion, context, all that. But then after you tell your story, you give me points on what to do.
Okay, so let me pause you for a second there.
Yeah.
If I do a daily video,
Yeah.
am I putting a different story every day? A story of my client, the story of what happened today, and just tie that up with that video? Mm-hmm. Got it, okay.
Like what happened today or yesterday or in the news or with your client or with an email or something that you can bring up.
Just a story.
That relates to the message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brando, hey, let me tell you the truth. It's not about who you know, but who knows you. Brando, it's your story. You can rewrite it if you so choose. It's your life. You decide those moves. Brando, you want to talk about getting the bag? He built a 7-figure brand from scratch. Brando, it's the Brand Up Podcast, but you already know. Enough talking, bro. Let's start this show. Brando.
So the story can inspire the message.
Okay. And of course, I know that I have to test, and probably for 3 months straight, I shouldn't even look at the data so I can collect data, because it's been a while since I've been consistent with my content.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself now on me that you think, all right, you should start creating this type of content instead of what you've been doing, or you should focus on this?
So I think the fastest hack is going to be your interviews. So Dan is great. You're going to go do Grant is great. He doesn't talk a lot about it, but when he gets emotional in his videos, he talks about freedom. Mm-hmm. So it's a good connection point to you.
Okay.
Bringing that out. So when you go interview Grant, your goal is, how do I get a different interview out of Grant? It's a big deal for you. It's a similar audience to what you want to chase down. Watch all of his interviews, see what he talks about, and then ask him different questions that nobody's asked before that you connect to.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get a unique Grant interview.
Piece of content.
Right? And if you can replicate that across other people, like you did Dan. The Dan one was okay. The Dan one, I mean, you knew him, but the questions were okay, the intro is okay, it's just okay, right? It's not that unique of a Dan Locke interview versus what you have a chance to do now with Grant or whoever else you want to then chase down and do more of. That's the fastest way, and then you use the audience bridge strategy we talked about. Then from there, you experiment, you play with it, you create your thought leadership content, you can talk about what we're doing, as an example, and break down successes that people have had. Again, throughout the whole thing, the thing that's usually missing from yours is the feeling that I can get freedom by doing this too. Not just,
because I was focusing too much on tactical stuff. And
here's how to X, Y, Z. Great. That's not even your audience. You want the people who want the freedom but don't want to do the work.
Makes sense.
You're not teaching people how to do the ClickFunnels for themselves. You want to be the guy who takes the expert who doesn't want to have to do ClickFunnels, and you help them do the whole thing.
Got it, cool. All right, and then if I take it back to the platforms, I know I have to focus mainly on creating that daily content for YouTube and then break it down into smaller pieces of content for IG and the rest, right? At the same time, I want to focus on growing one platform at a time, but without worrying that, hey, I'm going to miss out on IG, I'm going to miss out on LinkedIn if I don't focus there. I know it's hard, it's not impossible, but it's hard to try to grow, more than one at a time. Like I was looking at the way that you did it, like you focused on YouTube for so many years, and just, when did you start really focusing on IG? Last year, 2 years?
Last year sometime, I think.
And you exploded, because you got now, 200,000?
Working towards, almost.
So what do you think there? What do you think it's?
I would do both. Like the YouTube will feel like a crunch at the beginning because
it takes time.
You're building a new muscle that you're not used to building, right? So, but as you get used to the format, you'll be able to pump them out a lot faster compared to how long it will take at the beginning. But just like anything else, when you got into ClickFunnels, like, what am I doing? What does this button do? And now you can go in, boom, 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 right? So having a little bit of patience and a little bit of easing off the frustration, like gentle on yourself a little bit, like, okay, I'm learning, I'm getting it, learned a bunch of stuff here in Toronto, and I'm gonna start applying it. And then taking the best content, and I would put it right now to both Instagram and LinkedIn, take the best piece from there and post it, the same video, make it square, and post it to Instagram and to LinkedIn.
Got it. Now, to pause a little bit there, who is the person that handles that process? The editor should cut the video and should pick whoever's saying the best things and then bring that. Who's handling the rest?
For my Instagram, so I have someone who's just in charge of my Instagram, who's creating content, and this is only creating content. Community management, comments, and all that is a different somebody else.
Okay.
Responding to comments for both YouTube, Instagram, all that. That's somebody's full-time job. But content creation is one person who's in charge of creating the content for Instagram. That then he also posts the content, most of the content. Nina will post my stories, like any swipe up, because you can't automate. There's no good tool to post the stories yet, and so you want to have the device local to where you are. But he posts most of the content. He'll go and research some of the stuff. If he's making a top 10, he just looks at the top 10 video and takes the rules and creates a graphic around it. We have some cartoon Evans doing different things, so that's somebody else's job, is creating the cartoons. And then Nina works with that person to create the cartoon, and then it goes to him and he posts it. For the videos, we'll look at the analytics and pick the best video, and then he'll post it. So there's a bit of a team effort on finding the right content, but then he's in charge of putting it all together and posting the videos. So it's 3 videos a day, 3 posts a day, and then IG stories is me, pretty much, except for whatever the swipe up. Every day we have the swipe up that Nina posts.
Got it. Have you found in the journey that you grew from last year to this year, if you would be like 3 things that really worked and you can still replicate them now? Not something that just worked like a year ago, but something that maybe...
For what, for YouTube or Instagram?
Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
Like the comments that you tag, all the
No, that got me flagged. I actually got shadow banned for a while because of that. Because I thought I was spamming people. When I was welcoming people to the community. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I got caught up in the like, Instagram is destroying anything automation, and they thought I was looks like you're tagging 20 people in each post. It looks spammy. So I got we had like 3 months of just not getting any results because of that. And so avoid especially now, any DM groups, any auto likes, any watch somebody's story, all that stuff. Kill it all. It's not worth it. So like 80% of any social platform is still going to be daily great content, right? Consistent, awesome content. Hashtags mean a lot on Instagram. I don't know how much you work with JRS to get your hashtags down, but
with the Flick app.
Brand up.